Namaste, Shalom, Rabbi. 100 years later, and we're celebrating one of God's servants and saint that He put on this earth. And because of Swami Chinmayananda, He's united all these faiths to speak about what's important from each one's faith's point of view. Before I start, I'll do a chant, because there's a power of spirituality. As Swami has mentioned, it's not political revolution, but it's a spiritual one. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Allah, Allah, Subhanallah. Allah, Allah, Kareem Allah. Allah, Allah, Nurullah. I seek refuge with God from Satan, who's cursed, in the name of God, who is the most compassionate, the most merciful. God, all glory is only yours. God, you are the light, and send your glory, your blessings, and your light on our gathering. Islam is derived from the root word salam, meaning peace. There's two types of peace. One is internal, and if we are fortunate that we catch the message from the prophets and the saints, we will find our way to the internal peace that they are our role models for. The second is the physical ramification of what's in the internal, which is peace on the outside, through our behavior, our humbleness, our humility, our killing the ego, killing the very vices of jealousy, and that is what we call a Muslim, one who gives his will or her will to God's will. And from my point of view, all human beings on this earth is Muslim. All human beings are giving their will to God's will according to the way they know how. Prayers are vowels and syllables. Thoughts have no language. Hearts have no language. When we chant to God, that's a divine language. So we all give our wills to God's will. You didn't decide what home you were born in. God might have put you in a Hindu home, in a Jain home, in a Christian home. I didn't choose my parents. I was born in a Muslim home. So how can we judge each other from something that we inherited, that was divinely determined? None of us determine which household we come from. So only a fool will look at others as the other. No saints looked at others as the other. The Quran tells us that you only know a few of the messengers on this earth. I have sent thousands of messengers on this earth. Thousands. And what we see in the Quran is only a handful. Prophets are saints, and there may be saints who are not prophets. Some prophets come with the book. Some saints don't. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said there are some people that they get so close to God that their hand becomes God's hand. Their tongue becomes God's tongue. Their action becomes God's action. Those are the saints of this earth. They are the awliya, the friends of God. They are friends of God that are known, like the Swami, and they are friends of God that are unknown. God uses everyone who wants to be used as a tool of good on this earth. The soul we cannot see. The body is just a container that's carrying something inside of us that is divine. And the container has an expirational date. But the soul moves on to the next world. And what all the saints tell us, and all the messengers tell us, that what you find in the next world is just a change of address. You find your deeds waiting for you in the most beautiful way if we used our life to be God's tool on this earth. I want to mention that Islam, prayer is essential. Prophet Muhammad said, peace be upon him, said everything that has a polish shines, and the polish of the heart is a remembrance of God. There are 99 attributes of God. We believe in God that's beyond everything. And there are 99 attributes: the merciful, the most kind, the all-knowing, the all-loving. And the goal is to live those attributes, to be those attributes. Prayer polishes our heart and cleans the soul. But what also the Swami in this mission stands for that I'm touched, Quran says God does not need your prayer if you pray 5 times a day. God does not need your prayer if your stomach is full and your neighbor's is empty. We're here to serve. Those are the enlightened. And we look at all the Muslim saints in India and all the Hindu saints in India. First, they had beautiful relationships amongst each other. Second, they are all servants. They served. Today you can go to Aligarh and go to some of the graves of the saints and you'll see all different faiths there. I want to conclude by saying that it's really an honor for me to be here. It's an honor to be part of the history of the saint that made this place a reality. And it's my first time really in a Hindu spiritual home. So it's like to me it's like a spiritual birth. Thank you very much.